name is Mark Baden, title Chief Meteorologist, WISN TV in Milwaukee. Educational background, Bachelor of Science in Meteorology from Western Illinois University. And then a whole bunch of classes afterwards, lots of conferences, etc. Oh, that's a broad question. Weather has been my love forever. Since I was a kid, I still get a kick out of it every day. Love to watch the changes that always happen. It's fun that every day is different. And we have almost everything in Wisconsin, so it makes my job fun. I was job number 5 after graduating from college. I started in Columbia, Missouri, went to Sioux City, Iowa, went to St. Louis, went to Des Moines, and then ended up at WISN. Had no thoughts that I was going to stay. I moved a lot early on in my career. I thought next would be Chicago, New York, Good Morning America, but you know what, I'm pretty happy here. I moved a lot early on, and I did. I thought I would continue to make the rise. I've had a lot of other opportunities I could have moved to, but I am glad I stayed where I am. I'm at a really solid station. My ownership group is really one of the better ones in the country. I love Milwaukee. I love southeastern Wisconsin, and my family, had a family once I got here, so this is home. That was an amazing day. It was hard to believe. What was the thing that was most incredible was that the thunderstorms didn't move. They literally popped up over Sheboygan. There were other around, but Sheboygan, it stayed. It didn't move. Literally, the movement on a thunderstorm was less than 5 miles per hour, which is super slow. And so the incredible amount of rain in that short period of time, the amount of damage that it did was incredible. Obviously, people from Sheboygan remember it very, very well. It's one of those things that will always stick in your mind. The main flood that we think about in Milwaukee is 2010. That's the one that happened in July, and that it was almost as devastating as the one in Sheboygan. I guess in some ways it was more so. Oh, weather. It's a constantly fluid, moving thing, and so it's hard to get it right all the time. It's something that I try to take pride in. I make mistakes. But it's on me. I do my own forecasting. I don't take it from anybody else. So if I'm wrong, it's me. If I'm right, well, I get to take a little credit, I guess. People don't usually do that, but hey, I'll try anyway. Living on the shores of a gigantic lake makes things very interesting. Being here in Sheboygan, because you sit out a little more in the lake, a southerly wind is not your friend in the springtime in Sheboygan, and so that's always fun to forecast for. And the differences between lakeside and inland and lake effect snow, how thunderstorms can fall apart because they run into a lake breeze, or they can be enhanced by a lake breeze. Those are challenges that are great, and we're still learning every day. We pretty much look at the same things. It's how we've learned how to interpret those things. And they're using mainly 5 computer models that we use. Somebody might believe in one, and they put their credence in that, and I believe in a different one. That would put a different outcome. It's also, being somewhere for a while, lets you learn about certain things, and a lot of times I go with my gut. Hopefully that's right more than it's not, but there is a lot, and there's a lot of common sense forecasting. I think it's missed sometimes. I think everybody gets so wrapped up in computer models. You got to kind of look at the big picture sometimes. There's quite a few. The derecho of 1998 that happened on Memorial Day, that was probably the most devastating storm in terms of a wind event. With winds in excess of 100 miles per hour in many locations, power out to over 250,000. That was huge. The flooding event of 2010 in Milwaukee was a big deal. But I think the one that always will stick in people's minds is the Groundhog Day blizzard, 2011. Just shut everything down. It was really worse south of Milwaukee. First time that I've ever had to experience a public emergency being issued for a single county of Walworth County, where literally they had to take snowmobiles out to try to get people that were trapped in their cars. Hardest part of the job is probably still it's forecasting. It's trying to get it right, and not always succeeding, trying my best, but it's a challenge every day. It's a fun challenge. But there are times you get really frustrated if it doesn't work out how you want it to. I mean, it's a cool job. I mean, at least I think so. I'm kind of biased. I get to do a lot of amazing things. I've traveled a lot of fun places. I've got to meet some amazing folks just because I'm a meteorologist and a television meteorologist, something that I really, when I first started, I had no desire to be a television guy. So there's tons of rewards. And I mean, I work for a great company. That's helpful. I have great coworkers. The team that we have in weather is awesome. We all get along really well. That helps. Oh man, it's changed a lot. So let's go back in time. 21 years ago, there was barely the internet. It was just starting. And so when I first started, we were still using big DIFAX charts to do our forecasting from. So I would only look at maybe 40 to 50 maps. On a daily basis now, I look at probably 400 or 500 to do a forecast. So in terms of forecasting differences, that's gigantic. Of course, it's all related to computer speed. As that continues to increase, we can take a smaller and smaller grid section of the atmosphere to make a more accurate forecast. Contrary to what people believe, the forecasts are getting more accurate, especially when you talk about days 4, 5, 6, 7, and beyond. And that will continue to improve as we move forward. They should watch Channel 12, I think most of all, experience. You look at our reporting corps of people that have been there 20 and 30 years, our anchors that have been in the market for 20 and 30 years. It's that they know southeastern Wisconsin. They know it better than anybody else in our area. There's hands down no question, it comes down to experience. I have an enormous thermometer, antique thermometer and barometer collection. Over 250 now, I believe I'm sitting on. So if you have anything you would like to sell or just feel like you need to get rid of, you let me know. I'll be happy to take it off your hands. That's something I have found. Another thing people don't know for the most part is I also teach at Concordia University an intro meteorology class every spring semester, which I get a big kick out of.
Stop that. Yeah, I heard shots in the noise.